There we go. That is what's live. I need to probably press this button. There we go. Do.
Nope.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the advertisement before we go full on in. Is there an EVA cover in here?
What?
I did the EVA compass as a joke. There's the advertisements. And a minute of ads, and then we're gonna queue up. Ah, feels good to drink some water. Let's see, where was we? And we gotta find the ugly duckling. Okay, I queued us up, so we'll probably take a minute or so. There it is.
Never.
And the ads will add in 5, 4. And we're back and loading right away.
Wait, is this what I think it is?
Yeah. Is this the Final Fantasy 9 boss theme?
It sounds. That's what I was about to say. It is. Wait, lyrics?
Yeah.
What the hell?
To take it outside, the brute abominator means business. Will the unenhanced warrior be able to contend with this chimerical foe? He's used his feral powers to manifest a weapon.
That means tanks only.
Ow.
Oh, I forgot to.
No, that was too much for the challenger.
Oops. I'll do.
They're back on our feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Oh.
Oh dear! Fiendish boar have sprouted from the scattered seeds!
Excuse me, where? That's really not a lot of place to stand.
Oh, what?
Don't look at him.
Oh my! Oh. Even the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
Ow.
The challenger raise it again! Can they turn this around? Oh!
Okay. Oh!
Rival flying. What fearsome strength.
What?
What the fuck? Oh no, he's gonna do that.
Goodness me, the Brute Abominator is hanging
Wait.
off the building.
What?
You see his back is?
Yeah.
It's a fucking flower!
Yeah, I know it was a flower. I thought it was obvious.
You know it's a reference, right?
Yes, I know. Stabbing means get. What does that mean? Get far away or get close? Okay, get over here. He's gonna jump over here.
I know, I know, I know.
He's bounding from wall to wall.
Oh, God.
What the? What the? That's not supposed to happen. I tried to teleport back, but apparently he teleported me right to the center of the enemy, and ouch. Do that because I am going to be unable to dodge all this. That I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. I am sucking balls.
Double caved in. Such devastation.
Whoa.
We'll send cameras in there at once. The destruction appears to have started higher.
More sack. Again, fail.
The brute bomber must still be in there somewhere. A punishing attack. Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Oh god. Oh, you looked away from him.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're supposed to look at him?
What a thrilling battle this, and it rages on.
Meanwhile, me. 5 of vulnerability stacks. Okay, sword. The waiting for you to rest.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, he's gonna do swing first.
Okay. Ow. This is gonna take a little bit. Oh god.
Uh, No damage. He is thief. No ring of the bludgeoning.
Ow.
Yeah, I couldn't survive that because I was trying to find the other tank, but the other tank was not near. Was over there. I'm getting tired of tanking the floor.
That was close range.
Yeah, I had to club out first.
Shoot.
Ah, crap, fell for that. Right.
Pipe me on your hands.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, we've won. This was a bit more spicy mechanical wise.
Yeah. There we go. GG.
He doesn't turn back. KO.
The match is decided. Victory goes to the challenger.
Not even a response.
Yeah.
It's all over. Until next time.
Guess I could just take all. Put a need or everything. I guess nobody needs the other stuff, so you can pick what you want.
I got the first one, so I'm... Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you already went.
Yeah, I already went. Sorry, it was very... not voice acted, so... Not changing back.
No
Yep.
good. We're too late. All those feral souls took their toll.
The president had the broadcast cut the instant the match ended, so not to reveal the terrible side of his entertainment. I'm trying to get his voice. He remains furious that you've devolved information of psychonecrosis. I will do my best to appease him, but I fear little will come of my efforts. Cats. Oh, I thought.
Of course.
Yeah, this friend was there. I never thought you'd be the first to go, old friend. Don't worry not. I will join you soon.
Oh god.
Oh god, he has a suicide wish.
You don't mean...
I'm afraid so. I've been suffering the same symptoms for a while now. But I didn't understand how serious they were until I overheard your conversation.
Oh.
I too have psychocorosis.
Necrosis.
Psychocorosis. Your sister and I began experiencing bouts of dizziness at the same time, not long before she disappeared without a word. I realize now that she must have been searching for a way to spare her to fight her fate. But I accept mine.
I chose to accept
I
mine.
said to chose mine. You come from beyond the barrier, June. No doubt you find it unsettling that we use souls to cheat death. Having been raised without regulators, I felt much the same. To me, those who wore them lived a bland and numbing existence, devoid of tension and excitement. The jobs arranged for me were tedious. There was no way to escape this nation's dreary reality. But finally, I found joy in the Arcadion. Being a fighting persona is everything to me, but it was for my friend. If the price for that is to die from psychonecrosis, I'm gladly paid when the time comes. Come, little one.
Oh.
I think Kana's gonna adopt them all.
Yana, you mean?
Yeah, Yana.
Did better. Can he accept death so readily? Damn it all! It doesn't have to be this way! I'm sorry, Killen. It's all just so frustrating! You did what you could, and I'm truly grateful. The President has wasted no time covering things up. After retrieving the Brute Bomber's body, the company announced that he's chosen to retire with this defeat. And so much that the Arcadion will continue, but after a delay. It'll be a while before your cruiserweight title fight. Say, I wonder when Nayuni's gone. Uh-oh. She wasn't here when I returned. Son of a... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. After what's happened, I can't help but feel worried. I'll see if I can locate Nayuni via her terminal. She's out of sleep.
So?
She's never off without a word like this. Something isn't right. I'm sorry, Killian, but could you help me find her? The signal from her terminal suggests she's somewhere in East Jessulani.
Oh god.
Yep, I was afraid that this was gonna happen. Son of a bitch.
Whee! It just sounds saying that this weather's still holding. We thought by the end of the story this would be gone, but no, it's still here.
Nope, still here. I wonder if it's ever gonna go away, actually.
But a dimensional fusion like this is kind of like what the Ashes were doing, so, ooh, that fierce. We know Zodiac is gone, but still.
Yeah. I wonder if the next one's gonna be like Earth, that we're gonna like cancel out the lightning or something.
Who knows?
She in here. According to the single, the unit should be in this area.
Da-da-da-do. 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 Come on. Oh, she's right there. Oh, she's fine.
Mayuni, I'm so worried. What are you doing here? Sorry, your troop contacted me saying she needed to speak urgently. We were supposed to meet, but she hasn't come.
I had a feeling it was the sister.
Forgive me, Naomi. I didn't want to use you, but I had no other choice. Uh-oh.
She's trying to get her soul again.
Do this! It's too late. There's no going back. If you won't back down, Yana! Then Nina will I!
And that's something YouTube doesn't want to happen, but
I thought it's strange that you tried to take another's life to save your own. But the truth is, you aren't trying to save yourself. No, you want to save the man you love.
that's why she's doing it. She's not after. She's not after her own, so she's after herself so he can live.
Not only him, every fighter in the heavyweight division suffers from psychonecrosis.
Oof. They're all gonna die when we fight him.
Even so, they continue to trust the president. He saved them all in some way, helping them during dark times in their lives. The Howling Blade, Retsara, is no different. He chooses to remain as the Arcadian rather than be with me. That's why I decided to act alone. If my friends were determined to fight until they died, then I'd find a cure no matter the cost. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she pushed herself to the limit. Now she has it too.
Oh no, not you too!
Yep.
You warned me that this might happen, but I had to stop you.
Yep. Saw that coming.
See, I don't know what to do with the pair of you. Nayuni. Sorry, Nayuni. You better be sorry. There's no more need to fight. I think we can save everyone.
Oh.
She found a way. A treatment for psychonecrosis that doesn't require Kaylin's soul. I believe I found it. What? But I scoured all the data. There was no such thing. You looked at the data in the Arcadian's archives, I believe. But thanks to the people of Oblivion, I was able to gain access to the military's research logs. And then I came across something called the regeneration factor. Regeneration factor? What is it? When one is ill or injured, the body naturally attempts to repair itself, yes? The regeneration factor is the force stimulating that recovery as part of life's design. Apparently, Lindblom scientists have developed a stimulant to enhance their soldiers' regeneration factor. This is what we need. Of course, Lindblom is the one who did it. But that was centuries ago. Does that stimulant even still exist? As a matter of fact, it was clearly indicated in the report and its formula has been determined.
That was the alpha pose.
The problem is, the formula itself wasn't mentioned. We'll need to investigate further, and for this, we'll need your help, Eutrope. For what I've done, I don't expect you to forgive me. But I mean it when I say I'm truly sorry. Flop! Eutrope! Of course she's exhausted. She's only fainted, thank goodness. You best take her home so she can rest. Thank God nothing bad happened. I was worried.
Quick.
Eutrope's resting upstairs. Her cycle necrosis is quite severe, so she needs to stay still until we can treat her. You should worry about yourself too, Yana. You've manifested the illness now. I'm sorry, Uni, but I couldn't just stand there and let Eutrope harm Kaylin. Promise me you won't use a feral soul again. Let's just be worried about her.
Yeah.
I promise. I need to practice what I've been preaching to everyone. You seem to be fine for the moment, but if you feel the least bit unusual, you have to let us know, alright? Now, even as we work on the cure, matches at the Arcadion will continue. That being the case, we should also continue trying to convince fighters to retire. The first being the Howling Blade, your next opponent. We have to save him. For your troop's sake, not least of all. But how can we convince him when he's determined to fight until he dies?
It's simple.
It so happens that I have a plan. We'll confront him on a broadcast and challenge him to a wager. Whoever loses the title match will be forced to retire from competition. So he put on a public show to generate excitement. Just like they do at the Arcadion. Exactly. With the people's eyes on him, the Cruiserweight Champion would be hard-pressed to refuse. And once everyone starts talking about it, even the President would have to let it go ahead. But how will we do the broadcast? We haven't heard from Metin for a while now, and the Arcadian would cooperate with us. We'll ask Honey for help. She hosts a broadcast of her own watched by countless viewers. We'll use it to ensnare the wolf. I'll contact Honey right now.
Using the idols program again too.
On board. We're going to lie in wait at Mosaic. That's where the Howling Blade is known to unwind before his matches. When he appears, issue your challenge and do whatever it takes to get him to accept it. I'll stay here after you, Trope. Best of luck to you.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, where is he at?
Mosaic is apparently at the mall.
Ah. There, Sonny.
Click.
You are. Now that all the performers are in place, it's time to steal the audiences. I mean, begin our broadcast.
Delvin.
Obedient little bees, it's me, Honeybee Lovely, with a... Oh good.
No, this is...
Today we have a pair of distinguished guests, the fabulous fierce Black Cat and the unstoppable upstart Kaylin. Jesus, that went fast. And goodness, today I have a surprise for Kaylin's next opponent, the valiant Howling Blade.
Oh, what's this all about now? Time to make a spectacle.
Kaylin!
Say something to you.
Oh God! Way to put me on the spot! Okay.
The loser has to retire. You must have taken it back, I must say. The notion I would lose is laughable. But even if I should, I have no intention of retiring.
Is the wolf afraid of losing?
You're naive if you think I'll play to your hands. That's weak horse champion if you ask me. I bet he's just afraid to lose. He clearly has no confidence. You're a champion, so act like one. Accept the bloody challenge.
Yep.
Yep, that's what we wanted. Crap.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, crap. So this was their plan. At this rate, my reputation will be in tatters. Fighting's everything to me. If you're demanding I wager my purpose in life, it's only fair that you do the same. So tell me, what gives your life meaning? Ooh. Helping those in need. But make it really awkward for him. You're a kind-hearted soul, but you can't help everyone. And sometimes you don't even want to help even when you offer it to them. In any case, if that's what gives you my meaning, then that is what you must give up should you lose. If you agree, then we have a wager. Fine.
Did you? For their hotly anticipated clash, the two rivals are wagering their very life. This is not a match you can afford to miss. Well, we managed to pull it off, and it was in no small part thanks to the nearby customers. Did we do well, Miss Honey? Oh yes, you did extremely well. Thank you all so much for your help. So that's how it is. You really are something else.
Clever girl.
Well, the rest is up to you. For everyone's sake and Brute's memory, see to it that you send the Howling Blade into retirement. Right, all that's left is to win. Come, let's head to the green room. Oh my god.
Yeah, go to the Arcadian.
I'm pretty sure this is not the end of the Arcadian missions, right?
No, there's still the heavyweights after this. And probably the final boss, but just definitely gonna be the president.
How much you want to bet the president is already, like, I'm kind of wondering, like, what the boss is gonna be, what it's gonna be.
We also haven't got any Alliance Raid content yet, so we still only have one of them. So I think that's gonna be the next patch.
Probably. Yana! This is it, Kaylin. The Cruiserweight title match. Let's seize victory and continue on our mission. Okay.
Ooh, look at the background. Wait, what is that? That looks familiar. What's that design?
I'll have to check in a minute. I already started. The Howling Blade is a worthy champion, but again and again you've cut through the competition. I'm confident you'll do the same this time. Right, let's take a closer look at your opponent. What does he do? Like a wolf or something? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, apparently he's a wolf because we keep calling it a wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, wolf.
The Lone Wolf, the Arcadian, the Howling Blade. Before becoming a fighter, he was a hunter known for his unparalleled skill with the blade. Word ultimately reached the president, who recruited him to the Ascension Arcadia. Owing to his good, clean looks, he was immediately embraced as a babyface fighter, and he dazzles the crowds with his fantastical ring and blade of pulsating light. With the soul of Fenrir, of course, a legendary wolf, he's able to unleash slashes that are as devastating as they are fast. You'll need to stay on your toes at all times. Now march into the wolf's den, Kaylin, and show him that you're no mere prey. I was about to say.
Yeah. Wait for it to load.
Yeah, I was about to say. I can't really tell what that's supposed to be. Maybe when we get into it, we'll see what it's like, what it is.
It looks familiar. Like I've seen that design before. Like it's something. It feels like it's that says Final Fantasy X.
It kind of looks like a Blitzball stadium when it's not in use.
Exactly.
I guess we'll see.
If it's a Blitzball stadium, I'm gonna laugh though.
It probably isn't.
No.
Okay. Let's have a look. No, it's not a Blitzball stadium.
We're just high in the sky now. He's doing the Titus thing.
Yeah.
This is the Arcadian's theme again.
Fearless blade work and preternatural agility. He's the apex predator of the cruiserweight division, the Howling Blade.
That's more mech than a wolf. That's not.
Ow, the devil!
That's not a wolf. That's a Gundam. What a Gundam.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Oh, you can see it. Stay away from those spots.
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is not too bad so far.
Well done.
Started innovation, well done. Pop.
Oh.
So far so smooth.
I do like toying with my prey.
See.
Oh, you do clones. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah.
Ow.
Can't you fend off a pack of wolves?
Ow.
Now what? Ah. What? Snapshot it.
Fly true.
Oh, that's why I was
Yours
bit.
is mine to command.
What? Whoa. What?
Oh no,
What?
that was too much for the challenger.
You had too much debuffs. Like, I have 3 debuffs and I already fully buffed and I almost died, so...
But we've scarcely begun.
Oh no. DPS check.
Someone.
You should block if you have low HP, if you're below 50%.
Should have what?
We've failed to check anyway.
Bear my biting wings.
We failed to check anyway. Oh, really? Twitter. We failed it once, it happens.
Oh, well, there we go.
Some people really need to fucking not do that, but we...
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat them? Please only.
Queen! I wonder if you can keep up.
Some speed, it's as if there's a pack of him. A stylish evasion, well done.
Oh, here we go again.
Ba, 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 ba. This guy can go suck a lemon. Oh, here it comes.
Toying with my prey.
Oh, this one again.
Can't you fend off a pack of wolves?
Here we go.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Out.
Flying true. The earth is mine to command. Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Folks went at the same time.
What?
Huh? Why did you die again? You had no buffs. Debuffs on you this time.
Exactly. Like what?
We got it. We got the check.
Bear my biting wings.
Oh, now it's storming.
How delightful.
Oh, he's attacking faster now. So now everything gets easy, he's now harder. And he has extra attacks now.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Did he? What?
It's the pillar mechanic. It's just a Gilgamesh mini game.
Yeah, I know. Where'd you buy? Oh.
That's me.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Oh, this one again.
Oh, good the other side immediately.
You're mine.
What?
You were in front of one of the attacks, weren't you?
Barely.
Pack of wolves.
Ah! Snapshot it. Oh god, no. Snapshot it. That's a Mongon. Don't move after he attacked. He's going to attack multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this attack again. Ah, fuck, I
Crap.
can hit.
I
That was too much for the challenger.
missed the order. I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, same. I'm dead because that was too much stacks on me.
Wrong order.
Is this the end?
They're gonna rest me first, naturally, because I'm the second tank.
Back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Weapons, and then a torque cleaver. Okay, we're doing
It's
Gilgamesh
Gilgamesh
again. Ow! I didn't see the angle.
Ow.
Yes, check.
Yep. Oh.
Move, 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 move.
You're mine.
In the zone right now, so he's not hitting me.
Pack of wolves.
Too early, it's too early.
Try this.
Oh, which one's first?
Follow the others, follow the others. Get sure.
I followed exactly the wrong people.
Yeah. Same, but I can take. Look at if you look at my debuffs.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
Uh oh. Nope, we lost.
So close.
That was dumb with the DPS. They should have not done that. Maybe for that. That's fine. Let's go.
Let's begin, shall we?
I don't get what the tells are to tell you which way you have to go. Huh?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
That was supposed to kill me, so that's...
Avoid that one.
I was double shielded and the game's like, nah, you're not.
A stylish evasion, well done.
Oh, that missionary.
I do like toying with my prey.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the sword side. Yeah, it is the sword side, so what the hell?
Fend off a pack of wolves.
Get behind one of them.
Ugh. Thanks.
Fly true.
Okay, it's
The earth is mine to command. Not bad.
There we go. He's
Not
got
bad.
good.
We've scarcely begun.
Here we go. One at a time to make it easier.
Oh. Out of the way. There we go.
But each much better.
Bear my biting wings.
Then we do a little bit of dance, and now
Still you stand.
kill this fucker.
How delightful. Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising
Oh, crap.
ways.
Should I follow you or?
Try to. I won't always be correct, though. See what I mean? I'm not always correct. Ow. I didn't even see which one that one, the one to my right fell. That was wrong 2 times. I said, but you're 3D buffs. I know, I got a firm one for some reason. Buffs, so it doesn't do this damages.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
I'm just gonna eat that regardless because I was already badly positioned.
You're mine.
a 40 buff, so I'm just gonna shield myself up.
Try this.
There we
Perfect.
go.
Move.
Yeah. Oh god.
Door cleaver. Here we go.
Oh. Oh, again. Fuck.
Here. 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 Hey. Nope, that's on my head. Oh, you didn't even pop my shield this time.
Oh.
You're mine.
He's beating up slowly as we keep fighting, so this area is safe.
Oh, shit again.
Middle,
Oh, get behind him.
and now we go over here.
Wolf heads. Yeah, close enough.
Looks like someone isn't holding back.
This is where you normally do your lemon break. Whatever we want. Oh, cruising at the apex. Bam. Yep.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger.
Oh, there's a
It's all over. Until next time.
uh Okay, thank you, Pout. Boink! I got glasses.
Yeah, you got for fashion wear. Okay, let's go.
Go. Well, oh, we
Oh,
just have to
okay.
right click on it. 3.
Okay, Yana. You did it! You really did it! You're amazing. You know that?
You were simply too strong for me. I gave my word, and I intend to keep it. I retire from fighting. With this, I've escaped imminent death, but I've also lost my purpose in life. Tell me, what do I do to myself now? I truly do not know. Let us face the blue bomber together.
Yeah.
The president has sacrificed the lives of countless fighters for the sake of entertainment, and as good as killed my friend. I ought to despise him, I know. But as I said before, we owe everything to him. That's why we continue to fight, willingly, even if it meant dying from our illness.
You tell me that the brute bomber went willingly to his death, and there are people who care for you, even if you don't seem to care for yourself. All this time, you have been fighting alone to try to save you.
What? She vanished without a word soon after we developed symptoms of psychonecrosis. I searched and searched, but I couldn't find no trace of her. I was more shocked than anyone when she suddenly showed up and challenged Jernum. Seeing how strong she still was, I assumed that her symptoms had abated, and she decided to resume fighting.
Let me make it crystal clear. You've been using your debt to the president as an excuse not to face the bitter truth. And in doing so, you've lost sight of those dearest to you. It was in order to save you that you went after Caitlin for her soul.
I would open the door for the cat, but the cat's being busy. Oh, she got
I
in.
thought it was the only way she could be with you. Who could see no life outside the Arcadion.
I have no words. You're right about everything. The choices I've made has been out of fear that I will no longer be the Howling Blade. That's why I did nothing to stop my friend, even though I know he was going to his death. Forgive me, Hector. I should have tried to save you, like they did. Thank you for bringing me to my senses. The president has done enough harm. I will help you to stop him.
It's hard to count the Howling Blade himself as an ally.
The Howling Blade is no more. From now on, it's simply Vatsara. Vatsara.
Sarah. Let's continue talking about Gem. Eutrope and Uni are there, and they'd be happy to see you.
Understood. There's one matter I need to attend to, so I'll meet you there shortly.
Is he going to get flowers?
No, I fear he's going to talk to the president and that he's quit, and then the president's like, nope. Unless he's just going to appear later. Or he's going to get some... Or maybe he's going to get flowers, yeah, I guess. Jacques Toural.
This way.
Anyway, yeah. Do 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 do. Ah. Hoe schoot? Cat. No, you can't be there. Come here, you.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Cat, could you move for a minute? Thank you. Come on. Okay, op mijn schoot.
There he is.
Yeah. He brought the cat. That's what he did.
Better! That's even better.
Yeah.
Pets
That's
are
a
forbidden where I live.
No, so I was hoping you
Sorry.
could look after these little ones.
We'd be glad to. Niyuni's been wanting to adopt a cat for a while now.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be the Root Bomber's cats.
She must be upstairs with you, Trope. I'll go and see how they are.
May I come too?
Of course. You and your Trope have a lot of catching up to do, I expect.
We stay with
Where'd
the
you play
cats.
with the cats?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What did you Trump do?
We have a situation. Niyuni and your Trope are gone.
Oh, no.
Niyuni wouldn't take your Trope outside in her current state, and her terminal was left on the bed. Something's happened to them.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, I figured. The
I think-
president asked them.
Yeah. I think it's that we finally get to see the little shit's face. Oh no, he's staying behind curtains again. Jernam, the unenhanced warrior, for your contributions to the excitement provided by the Ascension Arcadion, you have my utmost esteem. I have to click something. That voice is the president's. However, I cannot suffer anyone to rewrite my script. And so, as a safeguard against further deviations, I've taken Eutrope and Uni to my care. After some coaxing, Metam divulged to me you wish to cure psychonecrosis. And it just so happened I know where you can find the stimulant you seek. The Drop of Life it is called. What do you want from us? Two simple things. Jenna must continue fighting at the Arcadion, and you must never meddle again with my script. Nothing needs to change otherwise. If you become Grand Champion, Jernam, our soul repository will be at your disposal. I will even disclose the location of the Drop of Life. So he already has a cure, but why has he been doing it? That is all. I look forward to seeing your exploit at the pinnacle of the Ascension Arcade Championship, the Heavyweight Division. So we don't get to see him.
Son of a bitch.
So the president was a step ahead of us. One wrong move and the Eutrope and the Uni will come to harm.
It seems we have no choice but to place our hopes in Kaylin. I won't let you down.
Yeah.
Thank you. As your second, I'll continue doing my best to support you.
As will I. I won't turn a blind eye to the president's depraved actions any longer. It's even worse that he knows he has a cure at hand.
Yeah. That he at least knows how to make it.
Never again will I let anyone be taken away from me.
Aww. Hey, that's
Damn. They went with the kidnapping plot. He's right here.
Sorry, I'll be fine. As long as we do what the president says, no harm should come to my sisters. Now, ahead of your campaign to become Grand Champion, I want you to prepare as best as you can in your own way. Whether you train to hone your skills to or rest to recover your strength. See to it that you're ready for your next fight. I'm truly sorry to place so much on your shoulders, but you're the only one we can depend on. Please come and find me when it's time for the heavyweight matches to begin.
That's that quest line done, and now we can go to this guy to get the savages. We're not going to talk about it, we're just going to click through it.
Skip. Oh. Okay, I'm actually going to go get some better gear.
Same. With me, there's a cat on my lap now.
To the Nexus.
To the arcade. Arcadion relic. Cruiserweight. No, don't have enough of those.
For anything, so. How does this even look? Let me hold on. What the hell? Okay, this looks silly.
There we go. Because of tombstone, so
Viper.
One of those if I can get that.
Wait!
What?
This is familiar.
Oh yeah. Or Final Fantasy IX references.
Let me just. Okay. Let me just.
These all are way too expensive. Ooh. The Selenia gear looks pretty cool.
Huh?
The gear you can get from Selenia. You need the totems for it, the night totems.
Ah, okay.
I guess that's for extreme.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, we don't have level 130. Secure.
So where do you get universal tomestones, actually?
Universal tombstones?
Universal tomestones.
Those things you need for things. You can get it from the relic exchange. They're on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
You need 7 sword tokens. You get universal tombstone 2.0.
Wait, which one?
The bottom one.
And then?
Although, again, the bottom one.
That's from magic.
No, the first one. The first one. Then all the way on the bottom.
Huh?
All the way at the bottom.
Where at the bottom?
You're covering it because you're. What do you mean? Do you need the normal ones or the 2.0 ones?
Yeah, the 2.0 ones. Where the hell are those?
Where are you looking? Yeah, it's the exchange at the bottom. No, oh, not that one. Never mind. Go back. Wrong one. The back. The second one. The second last one. The third one. The third one. The third one. First one. There it is.
Oh, okay.
It was giving me again.
Cruiser Hull Saber, and those are from.
What can you do with the red ones? Because I don't see any place for the red ones. Oh, here are the red ones. Oh, that's for Quasiats. That's just for the lesser ones. Okay, so those are just minor upgrades. They're not the best upgrades right now. Then you can get these fuckers upgraded to level 130 with certain items. Okay.
Son of a bitch!
What?
I don't have space for my boots!
Yeah. I've been tossing out old stuff as well for a while.
There we go. Okay, so we have that done. What do we do now?
Let's see what else has been added to the patches. So, one. Okay. So we now have the cosmic exploration, new housing, new emotes. Look at the hell. Main scenario quest. When Death comes to dinner. Oh, that's for the corn side quests. Yes, there's a corn side quest.
The what?
You heard me, corn side quest.
Like an emote or something?
Basically, there are certain yellow quests that will tie to a giant, to a corn, and that has a new story update. There are blue quests,
Okay.
yeah, those are yellow quests.
Hmm.
I'm double checking everything. Give me a moment.
If we have no idea what to do, may I suggest something?
What?
There's actually a quest I've been meaning to do a while ago. You want to do that?
Give me a
Or
moment.
did you want to do some... Huh?
I'm checking how to get the Selenia, how to transfer Selenia items. How can I just read? How do you get 9 tokens? The fucking ad.
You need to collection extreme.
Yeah, I figured that I will not unlock the extreme. I think we just have to talk to. Oh, we have to talk to the bard at the. Yeah, okay, I see what it is. Yeah, we have to go back to the Olal.
Okay.
Might as well get that unlock. Then we can do that.
Okay.
And then we can do the quest.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the right one. I misclicked.
Gonna turn the lights on here. Boop. I'm just music.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be a jazzy melody, but it always throws me off.
Where are you going?
Wrong way.
Hey. Locked. Woo!
I am level 730 needed.
So, how much we need?
I am level 730.
We're nowhere near that.
Yeah. We're better off doing the other extremes.
Yeah. Well, you have to clear those at some point anyway, so, anyway.
Yes.
Should I teleport us to the quest?
Which quest is it?
You'll see.
Oh, it's in Charlian.
It should be around by the water, I think. Let me double check. Should be. Is it this one? Found it! It's over here!
Where are you? Oh, down here.
It's over there.
I'm coming. I think I know which one it is. You- A moment. I'm trying to. do you mean? The item list is still full. Now? What do you mean? Everything has room. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna force. Don't ask why I'm doing this because it's the rings. I need to dump another ring. There we go. Ready? Ah, this one, yeah.
That's blown the cobwebs away. Time to return to work. Goodness me, look who it is. How incredibly serendipitous that I would run into you of all people. I was part of the team which designed the Ragnarok, you see, and we've recently begun the process of combing through the vessel's flight log data. The primary objective of your journey to Ultima Thule was to save our star and countless others, of course, but it also provided us with an invaluable trove of information, records of places and events we could only dream of. Your safe return gave us much to be thankful for. As it so happens, one of the things we pulled from the log was a transmission of unknown origin, something the ship must have intercepted during its flight. We believe it to be an audio message, but even our most talented linguists have been unable to decipher the language. For a while there, it seemed we must accept defeat, but today may be the day that we finally solve the mystery. If you are so inclined, would you care to come along to Famazine? It seems fitting to have one of Ragnarok's original passengers present to hear history being made. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Oh. Off to Aporia! Pew!
Take a deeper section of Labyrinth Post.
Been a hot minute since we were here.
Yeah. I mean, this is still the weirdest zone in the game. Like,
One of the weirdest, yeah.
Yeah, I like the concept of it, but I don't like its place in the story. Doesn't mean it's a bad zone, it just means I don't like its place in the story.
To the lower levels.
Then we get the bird chirping again.
This soft theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, left, left, left.
I was. There you are. This is where we're to meet the engineers from Garland Ironworks, who, I am told, potentially hold the key to unlocking our mystery transmission. They should be along at any moment.
Sorry we're late. We had some trouble finding the right... Gods, is that you, Jernam?
He said, "Oh, it's big."
I need to do a little bit of heavier voice then. I thought it was gonna be Sid too, that's why I did a Sid type voice.
Yes, the woman herself. I ran into her at the harbor and thought if anyone deserved to hear this message undeciphered, it was Caitlin Highwind.
No argument here. But bugger me if you don't have the knack for being in the right place at the right time. This actually has more to do with you than you might think. So please, do stick around.
Shall we pick up from where we left off then? As I was saying, we think this transmission the Ragnarok intercepted is a message of some kind, albeit in a language entirely alien to our ears. Alien being the operative word here, considering we received a message out in the great expanse, its origin was likely some distant star. Unfortunately, our list of off-world allies is practically rather short, thus we were resigned to the fact that the meaning behind the message would remain beyond our understanding. One of my colleagues, however, refused to give up. She remembered the Ironworks engineer who had been so helpful in the construction of the Ragnarok, and turned to them for insight into our seemingly impossible problem.
Do you know what Wedge said when he heard what was going on? We should have Omega listen to it. I bet he can tell us what the message means. Not the Omega you beat in the Rift, of course. He's talking about the toy that trundles around with Alpha, the little model we made. We originally decided to follow a chosen target and not much else, but I've seen it act in ways that, well, it's like it has a mind of its own. And then I got thinking about those documents you lot sent to the chief, the full report in the final days. In the part about Omega civilization, it said that people discovered how to convert the mind into data and store it outside the body. Timing being what it is, I wonder if Omega didn't somehow transfer his consciousness into our model right before you put an end to the real one. Yeah. So, in an effort to get to the bottom of that, might as well have a crack at this indecipherable message. We decided to make some modifications. With the help of Larinvo's technicians, we've upgraded our Toy Omega with a fully functional vocalization module. We played the transmission for Omega, and I think it's ready to share. Great. Are you in there, Omega?
Silence.
Affirmative. If by Omega you're referring to my consciousness rather than my entire former chassis existing in this considerably smaller frame. Prediction. You will formulate several misconceptions. These I shall preemptively dismiss based on the following facts. 1. Vocalization module aside, this chassis remains modified from newly designed constructed by the engineers Biggs and Wedge. I evaluate its data compatibility to be on par with a mortal infant. 2. The mechanism which allowed me to perform an emergency transfer of my consciousness was installed in my previous body. With the destruction of that body, I am rendered incapable of replicating such a feat. Should this current material form be destroyed or cease to function, all cognitive awareness or presence I possess will also be lost. Conclusion, I present no threat to you or your star, nor do my predictions indicate that the necessity to inflict harm. In the fraction of a moment before my annihilation in the rift, I re-examined my directives. If I am to fulfill my purpose as an evolving construct, then I must continue my journey for improvement for as long as I exist. I must acquire this heart of yours, this strength of your soul, strength of soul. Well, there you have it. And it's not wrong about its combat capabilities. I'd say it would be more likely to damage itself than the thing it was trying to attack. But let's not forget the reason why we brought you here in the first place. What about the transmission that played for you? Could you recognize the language? Affirmative. It was transmitted in the Pan-Galactic Basic. Pan-Galactic Basic?
Do you want me to take Wedge, by the way?
No, it's fine. You didn't know if you were voice now. A common language in comparative extensive usage through the worlds we have conquered.
Which means you can... Said, is a language you understand, yes?
I understand it perfectly. I've fluent in over 6 million distinctive dialect codings. Beep! My cooperation in this matter, however, is conditional.
Of course.
Elaboration. Your chief Sith utilizes the floor as a part of unorthodox systems, which allow me filing system, which allowed me to scan the report on the final days. I'm aware that my home star, the one you call Alphatron, was obliterated in the aftermath of Sir Amition's meeting. The existence of Dynamis has not previously factored into my projections, but I now comprehend the concept in theory.
Alpha sitting there.
What fails to compute is why the Omicrons were not immune to its effects. Dynamis should have no influence on a race which possesses no heart. And yet, Sir expressed to Meteon a desire to cease existing. Illogical! I must pursue this anomaly further until the full equation becomes clear to me. I must analyze all elements of the final days and deepen my understanding of the heart's intangible properties. To expedite this process, I require external interpretation of those factors of the report which continue to produce errors in my calculations. I request the assistance of Jernum Derlek, as one who experienced the ravages of the ultimate despair on multiple fronts and displayed immeasurable heart in the engineering of my defeats. He is the optimal choice to fulfill this role. So we either agree to your conditions or you tell us nothing. I'm sorry to put you in the spot like this, Jernum. If you have the time and the patience to spare, we'd be grateful if you could humor the toy's demands. Yeah. Has Alpha dozed off? I suppose the subject was a bit technical.
Alpha!
Rouse yourself, Alpha. You must listen to and consider these matters, even as I must. Why don't you make a trip out of it? You know, actually visit the places that the things Omega wants to ask about. You know, make explaining stuff easier for one, and also keep Alpha awake and alert. This became awkward. I see you have chosen the mutual beneficial option. Logical. Setting aside the matters of Sir, there are the three elements of the report on which I desire clarification. These are the first of these concerns the progression of the final days in Ratsatan. I recognize no pattern in those who succumbed to transformation and those who did not. That's a bit of a trick if you want to chat with the locals. How about we lend you an airship? We do not require such outmoded technology. Jernum's teleportation spell is the most efficient option for long travel distance. This chassis is a model, essentially a toy, and Alpha, despite his organic composition, is indistinguishable from a stuffed doll. Conclusion: we qualify as material possessions. Pick us up and you can teleport the three of us to our destination. Sure.
Oh my God.
Pick him up, teleport. Oh, if you say so. This is awkward. Yeah. Not a ton. Sensors indicate we have arrived at Ratsatan. Objective: identify factors for resistance to involuntary transformation. Hypothesis: unaltered survivors of the final days will display significant strength of heart. Confirming this theory required the cooperation of live subjects. Where is the word designated for residential habitation? Understood. Kama set as sub-destination. Please take the lead and select the subjects we are to interview. Yeah, okay, so...
Yay!
You get to walk around with him.
Come on, you do.
Look at him run. And there are some players here. Discuss the stairs. It's the alpha.
Alpha chirps enthusiastically, apparently unfazed by the prospect of climbing the stairs.
Warning! Please avoid stairs whenever possible. My projections indicate high risk of probability of accidental slippage leading to catastrophic structural damage. Stepped inclines also increase my energy output by 63%. In mono terms, they tire me out. Taking into account the difference in the individual limb length, the design is inherently flawed. A convenient step height for one is an exhausting trial for another. Were I to overcome the specific design of the settlement, I would construct a sloped conveyor belt which enabled an automatic traversal. 0 personnel energy expenditure.
Lazy. Oh my god.
He's lazy. That is hilarious. Yeah. But we have to go the other way around anyway. No, we have to go up here. Never mind. No, we do have to go up here. That's the only way. Oh, that's the wrong way.
It is. No, you were going the right way.
That was going the right way, yeah.
My bad. I was going the wrong way.
Da, 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 da. The sounds. Are you a traveler? Please, if you have a moment, I could use an outsider's perspective. Because they talk like this in here. You see, I was one of those who sought to escape the madness plaguing the world by fleeing to the moon. Not to we ever want to in the end.
Not that we ever went in the end.
So here I am, recently returned from Charlian. Except now things are strained between me and my sister and I. Since she chose to stay and I chose to leave. I asked her to help me find work and she suggests I look somewhere that isn't Fafnir. As if I want to abandon my home. It makes me so angry. Flip, your point is unclear. You elected to relocate the star satellites. Thus your relative now perceives you in a negative light. Your siblings' judgment is in error. Based on the information made to the available to Hunnish citizens, the decision to withdraw to the moon was both logical and correct. Conversely, the decision to remain in Rotsahut despite the low probability of survival defies explanation. Perhaps the reasoning pathways are faulty. That's right! I'm not sure what you're saying, but I'm right, aren't I? Or so I'd like to think. The problem is, I understand why my sister feels this way. I almost decided against it by going myself, even though I wasn't sure that leaving behind everything I love was the right choice. And with the way it all turned out, Oh, they got to the house.
Here.
And we can do this. It's an old lady.
Oh, hello again. You're the one who came to ask me questions about Kotlol. To see you looking well after all the unpleasantness. I remember the burning skies and hearing the scream, but truth be told, I'm still confused as to what actually happened. I only know it wasn't unusual for entire families to go missing. Many of my neighbors' houses lie empty even now. Calzal's place is one of them. He had no close relatives to speak of, and I heard that it was members of the consortium who came to remove his belongings. What a terrible thing to have to do.
Flip. Terrible. Calzal's passing was recorded in the report. Clearing out his domicile and readying it for a new habitation seems an appropriate reallocation of resources.
Dear me, what a clever little contraption. But of course I'm not against making use of his quarters. That would be wasteful. It's simply that Calzal was always such a vigorous person. All that passion, all those dreams, suddenly gone. I feel the same sorrow for everyone who was lost. Seeing the remnants of those vibrant lives packed away in boxes. That is what I mean by terrible. Indoors, I think?
No, over here.
Oh, he's in the hiding in the corner.
Hey, don't I know you? Yes, after the bees were taken care of, you told me to join everyone in the square. Thanks to you, I was there when Vitra gave his speech, and I found out who Vashon really was. It's a shame we don't get to play like we used to, but Mama said Vitra has been busy putting the city back in order. Maybe I can work for him one day, when I'm a man grown. Vitra, Montgomery's offspring, yes? And this child wishes to put himself at the worm's command that he might make his own contribution to society. A pattern emerges. I predict that the Hanu survivors are those who had ingested Vitra's blood and has become his God damn it. And has become his draconic minions. Though dragons were no match for a civilization's might, their combat capabilities are not to be underestimated. It's unlikely they would experience emotions of dread or uncertainty as exhibited by lesser beings in times of undue stress.
Dragons?
Dragons?
Oh.
I'm not a dragon, and I haven't ingested anyone's blood either. Ew! You are not a Vitra's horde, so you possess no healing means to fight off the beast. What a fear then? You were frightened? Yes, I was frightened. I just hid and hoped they couldn't find me. At least until he told me it was safe to come out. Jerneb, I require a moment to process this input. Let us move apart and discuss our feelings.
Our findings.
The findings.
Not feelings, findings!
Yeah.
Omega!
The processing data. Evaluating hypothesis against accumulated evidence. I offer an optimal analysis of each subject's testimonies, yet each time their responses conflicted with my assessment. Without identifying the root cause of this conflict, I will be unable to properly define what constitutes as strength of heart.
Perhaps the heart you seek lies in the conflict itself.
An interesting observation. It is possible my base criteria is in error. In which case, it is imperative that I will continue this learning process and repair any fundamental misconceptions. Next, I wish to interact with an individual who endured similar circumstances to Calzal's prior to his transformations. Are you acquainted with any local merchants who had dealings with him? Blip. Dijana of Refugio Fibers. Acknowledge. Sub-destination set. Of course, we have to walk there.
There's a talk.
There's what?
There's a talk spot on the way.
Yeah, there is. Wow, you go fast, it goes really fast. The Omega if you run. Oh, about the dodos. Alpha first.
Hamza. Quick, quick! Alpha looks back and forth between Omega and the Hamza, showing visible concern.
Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
Halt, Turnip, do not proceed beyond the fence. In this body, birds of that size represent lethal, unthinkable threats. They will peck my casing apart, searching for the meat that does not exist. Conversely, Alpha can correct in identifying my absence of nutrient content if he would only apply that attention towards maintaining a regular feeding schedule. Poor habits adversely affect his mobility. Did Omega just say that Alpha doesn't skips meals too much?
Apparently. Whee!
Whee! Je n'ai pas. Well, look who it is. I must thank you for your help in moving our textiles. Recovering from those tragic events has been difficult, of course, but with everyone pulling together, we've managed to get things back up and running. Dijana Haba, I come with questions related to the tragedy, specifically your survival of the final days. Although you are similar to Kotlol in many respects, he succumbed to the transformation and you did not. Why? What is the critical difference between you and him? What? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not especially brave or courageous, if that's what you're asking. Perhaps being focused on protecting our works had kept me from spinning into panic. Still, I imagine Kotlol would have been feeling the same sense of responsibility. Perhaps the weight of it all is what invited his demise. You were of the same mind, resolved to do the same purpose. Oh wait, that's Omega. Yet the strength of heart or spirit was not equal. If merely emulating the individual is insufficient, then some other unseen factor must be involved. Not to interrupt these deep philosophical musings, but do you think I could ask you a small favor? Huh? There's a man by the name of Nashvan who's been helping us there while he gets back on his feet. I have a feeling he'd benefit from speaking with you. Leave by the Eastern Essence. You should find him just outside, organizing some new inventory items.
Okay.
There is another talking spot along the way. No.
It's over here.
Alpha first.
Quick, 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 quick. Alpha puffs out his chest proudly, seeming to imply that his Ironworks uniform is the best attire anyone could wear.
Of course, as the boss's own thing. The equipment being manufactured here is... Okay. The equipment being manufactured here, it is worn to perform specific duties, yes? Conceptually, it seems analogous to our practice of switching frames to better serve our mission's objectives. I, for example, did not begin existence with the Omega model. I was originally supplied with a standard issue Omnicron chassis, serial number MO17.
MO17.
On this world, that alphanumeric combination would be considered my given name. Such designations are drawn from our nearly infinite register of celestial bodies to avoid possible duplication.
Possibility.
Furthermore, the cluster known as M17 is better expressed in your language as the Omega Nebula, the same word I used to introduce myself to your kind. Though you associate Omega with the advanced weapon construct, it is also my name, and I see no reason to change it, no matter which frame I inhabit. So he's named after an Omega after the Omega Nebula. Interesting. Little bit of lore.
Should be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Just an Akasadar of the ground.
Cutscene.
Yeah. We have an ad break after this cutscene, so
Okay.
I'll snooze
Where do
it
you
for
wanna
now.
Pause.
No, we can continue. I've snoozed it.
Okay.
That's all is accounted for, and everything looks to be of good quality. Kamala will be pleased. You were with the Scions. You were there. Yes, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget that day. You and your friends helped us escape when the people began changing into beasts. My own son, he was afflicted. Then a huge Versace loomed right over him and... Ooh.
God!
I remember my heart turning to ice, freezing into place. The satrap came to my head and then he too was gone.
Oh, that was that guy.
Ooh. Ah.
That's the guy whose son got squished.
Yeah, and the satrap sacrificed himself for him. The memories run together in my mind, like flashes from a nightmare. Only the words of your comments still ring clear. Repeating them over and over like a mantra as I fled for my life. You must run, for their sake, and your own. God, these side quests are good. It seems so surreal, which is probably what saved me from the transformation. Truth of it, they begin to sink in until the worst of where it was over. I have not the words to describe how I felt then. The sorrow, the overwhelming sense of helplessness. I may still be wallowing in misery if not for my old friend, Dishinaba. I've lost the will to work, and he encouraged me to with the kind words and odd jobs. Now, somehow, I live again. I'm thankful to him, to courageous Alwane, and to you. If you see your comrades, please let them know their efforts were not in vain. You said you lost your will to work. The significance and sensitization of efforts to maintain basic life functions, yes? What changed to extract you from that stagnation? An offer to work from Dishinaba should be little to one without the desire to accept it. Was it some manner of mortal instinct? A primal need to survive and thrive? Instinct? No, it wasn't that. If anything, my instincts were telling me to lay down and welcome an end to the pain. Every day when I think of my boy's final moments, I think of how scared he must have been, and how it must have hurt, and I want to scream my throat raw. Chapter 2 still haunts my dreams. Seeing him being swallowed whole, and the jolt awake in a cold sweat. But something changed when Dishinaba came to me. I looked up and saw that, even without my son or Awan, the world around me continued to turn. Because of that fact grieved me so, I knew it felt to me to live on and remember them. Strange, isn't it? But driving to rise in the morning is the very sorrow which once crippled me.
Cannot friend.
Yeah. Now, I must return to my work. To lose this job after everything I just would have been a poor jest indeed. May the sisters keep you well.
God, I never expected to see that guy again.
Yeah. All this sorrow, the emotion generated by mortals when their ideas fail to materialize, this I have observed. Yet, when I listen to Nashar's sorrow serve to rescue him from near fatal despondence, his logic eludes me. Am I incapable of perceiving the full measures of the heart's properties? My base projections fail to predict our subject's responses, and despite their almost equal occupational and mental parameters, Dishinaba and Kotlol exist in different reactions to the dynamis effect. Am I no closer to recognizing the pattern of involuntary transformations? And your ephemeral mortal spirits confound me as much, if not more, than they did before. Have you ever considered there is no pattern to the people afflicted?
Afflicted.
No pattern? You implied that the transformation was not contingent on the individual's fortitude, but rather random contributions of environmental factors? Such a theory would explain the otherwise conflicting data. Very well. I shall accept this as provisional conclusion to this part of my investigation. I do, however, expect you to continue supplementing my education of heart-related matters. Oh, before we continue along, ad break.
Yeah. You know, I'm half expecting when this entire thing is over
Yeah.
that it's just going to be like a random like something like really random, like that has no bearing on anything.
No, it does. This actually, I believe this is a quest you have to do like the Omega Ultimate Raid.
Ah.
This is
Okay.
because the story of the Ultimate Raid is that Omega challenges you again because he now understands Dynamis and the human spirit, so he wants to test things out against you.
Ah. Okay. Oh. This comes with a... What the hell? What is that?
Goodbye, Alpha and Omega.
That's not Alpha, though, I think.
Well, that is one of the symbols is Alpha and Omega.
No, the last one is a Delta.
Oh, Delta. So goodbye, Delta. What's up, kitty? Sleeping well? Okay. Ready. Our next destination will be Camp Broken Glass. I desire elaboration on the dealings between the Ilsabad contingents and the citizens of Garlemald. The report described the contingent's purpose as the salvation of local populace. Furthermore, both factions face as a common enemy in the Telepharoi. Why did they not immediately combine their forces to their mutual benefit? The inconsistency requires close examination. Jernam, initiate teleportation. Oh, we actually teleport right away for free. That's nice.
Yeah, Epsilon, by the way.
Huh?
The first letter of the quest is Epsilon.
Epsilon.
It's a small Epsilon.
Uh-huh. Teleportation successful. Evaluating immediate environment. A cold weather region by first standards, but significantly less extreme than a star with an ice planet classification. The body should not be unduly impeded. Impeded. In contrast to Alpha and his uncontrollable shivering, my frame appears to be highly resistant to low temperatures. Alpha's cold.
Ugh.
Retrieving data. Records indicate the remnants of the contingent force and a number of Imperial citizens yet inhabit this location. We must speak with representatives of both factions and explore their respective altitudes. Beep!
Attitude.
Proceed!
Well, there's a lot of quests here, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There are. Da-da-da.
Are there there's no talk pods here.
No.
Resistance delegate.
Jordan? Come to see how things are progressing, have you? Something like that. I can't speak for the overall strategy, but communication with the locals has become damn sight easier since Julius and his soldiers stepped in to help. Oh, we still face our fair share of distrust, of course. Some people even think that we're enslaving minds with our foreign magics. We have Anima to thank for putting that idea in their heads. But all things considered, I'd say we're doing pretty well. Establishing an open dialogue was the first big step. Query, you consider this level of progress acceptable? The reality of your efforts failed to fall short of the ideal. If your aim is to provide an efficient successor to the local succor to the local populace, then absorbing their numbers into your command structure will be the optimal path. Oh, I wouldn't want to go that far. We're not looking to take over their nation. If we're doing this the right way, we need to recognize and respect each other's way of life. So while not the easiest solution, I agree with the contingent's slow and steady approach. I'm happy that we're saving lives.
Other way.
Right. He also doesn't understand kindness that well.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the fact that sometimes it's better to just leave people alive and just...
Yeah. Oh, you can't enter from here. Oh, it's over side here.
Oh!
A shadow from the past? Yes, I know you from Victor's Spoil. Have you come to laugh at me? A wretch who chose to lose Licinia and her sister rather than accept your help. The fool who ended up reliant upon your charity nonetheless. No. Well, perhaps I deserve your derision. Compatriots will surely score my failed conviction. I have shaped my people, and I brought dishonor upon my nation. I am no better than a kept beast, my pride sold for a bowl of feed. But my soul, nay, that you shall never have. I refuse your honeyed offers of a new home. This land is where I belong, and this is where I shall remain. Lip, you demonstrate opposition to the contingent's overtures. On what basis do you refuse this cooperation? The DHS, the local populace, is struggling to produce the bare minimum of subsistence.
Sustenance.
I did say that. Have you some secret strategy for survival, or do your orders compel you to accept your present misfortune? What? Must I be mocked by a magic that toy now? No, I have no secret strategy, no binding orders, but compart as any true Guardian patriot would, uncompromising, unbending. Blast it all. Once again, this input is unanticipated. Let's move aside and process what we have heard. Of course.
Where's...
Over here.
Oh, it's over there. I couldn't see it on the map. Because it's hidden between... under all of the quest markers!
Yeah. Cutscene. Accessing and analyzing recorded data. Integration complete.
Integration
complete. I have evaluated this most recent input and made comparison to our discoveries at Ratzat Han. Consistent only in their inconsistency, the response from both contingent members and Imperial citizens were highly irrational. Conversely, any Omicron, considering their predicaments, would have echoed my assessment exactly. The diversion from self-evident logic is key. Hypothesis. The illogical relation between the would-be survivors and suffering populace is another result of the unpredictable nature of mortal hearts. Yeah. Beep. Any property or ability has inherent advantages and disadvantages. Yet never have I encountered such an unique detriment. It appears that those who share your metaphysical capabilities are prone to complicating simple cognitive processes. An undesirable quality. I will, however, persist in furthering my understanding of the subject. Query. Prior to formulating our next step, I wish to know, who is this Licinia the Imperial mentioned? Oh, we have to explain who Licinia is.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. To summarize, insufficient data on foreign culture resulted in inadvisable and ultimately fatal action. I witnessed such self-destructive behaviors during the course of our planetary conquest. Overwhelmed enemy forces would voluntarily withdraw into perilous regions, leading to a succession of inevitable losses. Tangentially data request. I wish to learn about burial customs. The practice seems as ever seemed nonsensical, but new data suggests it arrived from the same source as your cognitive complications. Take me to this Licinia's burial site. It may aid me to understand. Did he just die? Energy delivery of the system compromised. Core temperature critically low. Rip. Warning, immediate heating required. Request, apply friction to outer frame. He needs a hug.
He froze!
He needs a hug.
He froze! Oh my god.
Alpha. Help him. Rub some warmth into Omega's brain. So now we're giving him kindness, and now he's going to understand kindness a little bit. Bloop blip. Temperature nominal. Energy level stabilizing. The creators of this model must have experienced impaired cognitive reasoning during the design process. Upon our return, I will request additional climate shielding as well as an accurate temperature sensor array. This will not affect my combat capabilities, but it should improve my basic survival rate. Reconfirming sub-destination. In which direction will we find Victor Spoils? Ooh, that's a far away. Acknowledged. Alpha, you're remaining in close proximity, close enough to envelop me in your feathers. You're permitted to carry me on your back if you choose so.
Oh, they're going ahead.
Yeah. Cat, you're still trying to sleep on my legs, don't you? It's just comfy. He's not fully comfy, but she's comfy enough. I know what you want. But you're flying, I'm gonna give the cat a treat. Not because my legs are hurting, but because she probably wants a treat. Answer, she wanted a treat. Well, look over here. Oh, he won't say anything. I think he's gonna be for the quest.
Probably.
Another cat wants to go for a walk. Gazebo! Blip! This deceptively deep snowdrift almost defeated me, but we have successfully arrived at the location you indicated. Blip! Caution advised. An unknown individual appears to be investigating the subject of my interest.
Object of my interest.
You're the Ocean Champion, aren't you? Jerdam Derlick.
Hi. I've met this guy before.
Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Manius, soldier of the 1st Legion and comrade of Julius. Perhaps you remember me from Tetrium? We spoke about collecting ceruleum and later on after Lord Quistis had passed.
Right, this guy.
Yeah. Oh, this music. Yeah, that's the guard who was supposed to look out for us. He's chill with us, yeah.
Yeah, he's now chill because Julius,
Manius, explanation requested. What's the reason for your presence here? That must be the tiniest magic weapon. I know, it's just this oddly shaped communicator, isn't it? In any case, I have nothing worthy to report. I heard that the sisters who used to live in my sector were burned here, so I thought I'd come and pay my respects. Alpha and Isaac told me the story, complete with profuse apologies. They thought they were adamant that no amount of remorse could erase the tragedy of what came to pass. Not that my fellow soldiers and I in many places judge. We were manipulated, fooled into starting an insurrection which led to countless deaths among our countrymen. Music stop. Objection! The casualties incurred from your infighting are distinct from those who caused by the Ilsebert contingent. To restate, you are justified in seeking restitution from the contingent or causing the deaths of Lucidia and her sister. Retaliation for damage sustained is also a logical progression. Omega, don't start wars, please. I can deduce 2 reasons why you do not initiate hostilities with Jerdam and his allies. 1, you judge your remaining forces too weakened to contend effectively with the contingent. 2. Your emotions are complicating the issue. Tell me which one of these is correct. Well, when you lay it out like that... I'm afraid my answer isn't like to win me any medals, so would you like keeping this to yourselves? Okay. There's an unspoken thought that we're outmatched on the battlefield, certainly. But the real reason I'm not demanding restitution has little to do with weighing weighing the odds. The simple truth is I'm so caught up with simple survival that I have no strength to spare for past grievances. The same goes for avenging any comrades we've lost, be that my brothers-in-law or Lord Quintus himself. What was that sound?
That was probably me moving the...
Yeah. Although it seems everyone has an opinion about the matters of his passing, some say he should have fought until the end, that he abandoned us to the enemy. Others praise him for taking full burden of the responsibility and freeing us to walk our own path. I don't know who's right and who's wrong, but I'm inclined to side with the latter. He gave us the choice of freedom, and that's the choice I made. I could cry, rant, and rage, but what would be the point? I'll save my energy for worrying about my next meal, my next task. So survival's the reason he doesn't want to. He doesn't care. I need to focus on the others left behind, as some kind of life for my comrades and me. And if I need to lean on a contingent to do that, then that's what I'll do. Even if their aid comes at a price, I'm willing to pay. Wait. Even amongst your own, these times when cooperation demands compromise, what matters that they're outsiders? Besides, I think I could grow to like Alpha and Alize that reach out to us with kindness and compassion from the very beginning. Summation, your desire to survival, even should it mean allying with the contingent, was a feeling you already harbored. That your side had committed worse atrocities was the logic you invented later to justify your reasoning. Blunt, but accurate, I suppose. The heart is honest about what it wants, even if the mind takes a while to reconcile the decision. He's internalizing it. Well, this has been oddly cathartic. But I must return to my duties. There are wild beasts to kill, watchfires to light, and supplies to transport. Even without an emperor, there's no rest for an imperial. Be safe, and be well and stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's basically saying, I'm just doing whatever is to do for to survive as a nation.
Yeah.
Beep. Upon review of recent input, I've arrived at an unexpected conclusion. I've been reformulating my assessment on the premise that it was man who commanded the strength of his heart, but the data suggests that the opposite is true. The surge of spirit, of feelings, of emotions can entangle your thoughts to such a degree that even control over your own behavior is compromised. It seems a most counterproductive specification. This also explains why my interactions with mortal subjects have produced more confusion than clarifications. It represents a formidable barrier to understanding. He gets it.
He's starting to get it, yeah.
Yeah. Now we're gonna check the burial site. Oh, we just teleported. No, we didn't. It's just they repurposed. My hypothesis has been borne out. The suboptimal operation being conducted here is the result of emotional compromise reasoning. I'm ready to process to my third and final query.
Okay, where are we going?
I want to learn more about these referred to as agents. It is clear that this group was the crucial factor at the final days, but information contained in the report was insufficient to form an overview.
Oh, we're going to the moon.
Yeah, the operates are creations of the agents and are said to maintain a representative of their knowledge.
Repositories.
My calculations, the base of these moon drives will provide the best source of additional data. Let us teleport to their burrow, Jernum. Preferably before my battery freezes over.
Yay! Look at Alpha!
Yeah, he's looking up. He's looking at the Everite.
He's looking at the Everite, yeah.
Yeah.
Omega must feel so tiny here.
Yeah. It is the first time he sees agent technology, so, ooh, that's gonna be interesting for him. Bleep! Your teleportation spell was successful. We appear to arrive at the location described as Bestway Burrow. An inspection of the technology used here would give me the detailed insight into the agents and their civilization. The body, however, lacks my previous phase's advanced observational functionality. I require external assistance. You take the labyrinth.
Oh, it can't be. It is you! Oh, Galen, I've missed you so! What's this you brought with you? This soft feathery vision? We've been outflipped! Back up the moon, it's all over! My bottom with burrow building buddies, but you can walk around with this adorable avian engineer. Just make me a dough pie and be done with it.
Bet me to don't worry.
Inspector Inventions? Wait, so you're not done with us? I wasn't truly worried, of course. And I certainly wasn't about to roll myself in dough and dive into cooking my stew home. If a technical breakdown is what you need, then I am your labyrinth. As the residential atmospheric regulation expert, I can field any questions or query you might care to pose.
Acceptable. I'll employ this being to guide me around the facilities. Your presence is not mandatory. Even locked with my current chassis, I am still an autonomous construct that has endured hundreds of your life cycles. I am capable of completing this simple objective alone. Okay. I guess we get to spend some time with Alpha. Oh, Alpha's also going with them.
Of course.
Because Alpha wants to stay near his creator. Objective complete.
Was the tour helpful?
Affirmative. I observed a representation cross-section of Loprit's engineering capabilities. My guide required more time to confirm the answer to certain questions, but overall we've made efficient progress. Conclusion. Extrapolating from the fraction of technology on display, the full spectrum of the agent's advancements was, at minimum, equivalent to a level 4 civilization. A fact which demands further investigation. Despite establishing a near-ideal society, these beings nevertheless harbored a weakness which invited self-destruction. In studying them, I stand to gain a greater understanding of Sir's anomalous decision. Yeah, because technically the agents did create what ended their civilization.
Yeah.
Brown informed me that another type of agent-made entity exists upon the satellites, the one they call the Watcher. I would speak to him. Of course, because that's basically an agent.
As close to an ancient as you can get.
Yeah. Flip, take the surf your ether. We will ride this Argos to our destination as you suggest. You would have suggested. Come on, Kitty, not now. Not in front of the screen. Cat. Come on with that. Oh no, she's on the left screen. Come on, cat. You can lay somewhere else instead of in front of my microphone. You want some more treats? I'll give you a few more treats. But I don't want you to get too fat. Because you're getting a little bit fat lately. You're getting a lot of treats from us. Argos. Bloop! Impedance detected. The creature identified as Argos refused to acknowledge our presence. Hypothesis: upon our arrival, Growray expressed concern that he had been outfluffed. This suggests the existence of a fluff-based hierarchy.
God damn it!
My station in such a program will be predictably low, but Argus is adamant in even ignoring Alpha. Its fluffiness level is impossible to gauge. Argus to see with your passive gauge and see if you would need to intervene. Yeah, the fluffiness of it all, dear Argos. He liked that. Argos gives an exasperated snort before the motioning to his back. It seems you have permission to climb aboard. Bloop. You have secured the creature's permission. Curious, you must have a special standing in the fluffiness hierarchy. Beep. I have allowed myself to become distracted. Let us continue on to the Watcher at once. Sorry, I had to laugh at that.
Fluffiness hierarchy, what?
Who did I could write Omega as a hilarious character? Then.
What does it say?
The Watcher locates an estimate of this being's height explains the inconvenient skill of best way burrows. I'm Russ Theme. I was bemused by the arrival of these small visitors, but I see they are companions of yours. What a rare thing for my abode to be thus crowded. How may I be of service to you? Hello, Watcher. My purpose here is to learn more about the ancients. I would know of their deeds, their philosophies, their very nature of their hearts. I would understand why the final days was visited upon my home star. A worthy endeavor, but there's another better suited to assisting you with that task. Perhaps you might favor us with a tale or two of the ancients you met during your travels, Jurnam. My fragmented memories will be a pale substitute indeed for the clarity of your more recent experiences.
Fair.
Sure.
Gutsy?
Because he's technically a shade.
Yeah.
So he's also just a construct.
Oh. I'm thinking of our friends.
Yeah.
And Vana, I'm pretty sure.
Like, fuck. Also, probably if Amarat and the fact that it went to the past.
Yeah.
Not. Yes, I can envision every detail. Your meeting with Anad and Emmett Selk and Hyphalodeus. The sorrow and determination of Hermes. I'm trying to give him a more angelic voice, but it sounds more like a slower robotic voice. I am a creation of Heidelin, and as such I believe the age of the ages would fade and be forgotten. Yet knowing that their memory lives so vividly within you, it brings me great joy. I pray you keep them close to your heart. God. At the time of your journey to the past, the one whose essence I embody would have been an anchor, would have been a scholar and neither. A shame. Had you reason to go there, perhaps you might have met. As a man of learning, he was firm friends with Vanat. They spent long hours trading theories or debating the laws of the universe.
Oh, wait a sec.
I remember joining her faction as the final days bore upon us. Yet, of the events surrounding that tragedy, I recall precious little. I only wish for the people of your age to decide their own path. Thus, I suspect my recollections was limited by design. Yet, she could not cut away one persistent memory. I feel most distinct his sadness at what was come to pass, that in becoming Harley's heart, Vanna would forever stand apart from the people she loved so. She so loved. If she were so resolved in her convictions, then he too would share her sleepless sigil over the future yet to unfold. Thus was the vow he made to Vanna as her transformation took hold. His fervent wish must have reached her in some fashion, for though his life was drained away by the summoning, he was reborn with a new form and a new purpose. When I awoke as the Watcher of the Moon, so they died during the summoning.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard, Jernum, you felt, you fought, and in seizing the future for yourself, have you brought the full circle to the saga which Vanna began. What you accomplished was no divine miracle, but it was but the beacon of hope passed down from one generation to the next. A succession of wishes and prayers reshaping the star into the world we knew you deserved. You have our deepest gratitude. I thank you not only as myself, but as the man I once was, and on behalf of those who devoted themselves to Vanna's vision. You're welcome. Bleep bloop. Bloop bloop. Bleep bloop. I understand the facts of your story, Jernum, but not how you chosen to process them. On what grounds do you speak of Vanna with such fondness? By sundering the world, she ultimately guided your kind to victory, yet in doing so has caused irreparable damage to its individual members. The full scale of that act is beyond calculation. It is evident, however, that it resulted in a protracted period of sub-optimal existence for Emmett Selk and his brethren. Yeah, she did that. She knows that. Curry, if the survival of your kind is the deciding factor in your
Evaluation.
then should you not also not admire Hermes and his decision to subject to a trial, forcing you to change or perish, as was the fate of the civilizations before you? From my perspective, his determination was similar to that of the Omicron's ancestors, those who began trading flesh for machine, so that our people might stand against the onslaught of aggression from other races. It was an unprecedented attempt accompanied by much failure and sacrifice. The early sacrifices were crude, primitive. Had they not made those first advancements, however, we would have remained vulnerable to our environment. The virus would have utterly consumed us.
In the end, though.
Yeah. And what of Emmett Selk himself? Judging by retelling, he was a benevolent ally saddled with a tragic fate. Yet, I remember the years when my instruments fed me data from events across the entire star. During that time, I witnessed his Asian engineer multiple instances of cataclysmic strife. Yeah.
Well, they did, yeah.
These calamities, as you know them, were responsible for planet-wide destruction. A man whose endgame relied upon the extinction of all modern mortals must, by definition, be your worst enemy. It's not that simple. It's complicated.
Yeah, how do we explain that?
I require an answer. As a being of heart and soul, how do you exactly classify each of these pivotal figures? From your perspective, which one of them was the most justified in her actions?
Oh!
I don't think we were going to give an answer, yeah.
None of them were.
They were all justified in their own ways.
Yeah.
That's
the best answer, yeah.
Yeah. I think I understand. You seek a definitive answer, yet based on our experiences, Juno and I might develop very different opinions. In the same fashion, you're free to form your own thoughts on the matter. Do not be so swift to consider them without merit. I do not have my own thoughts on the matter. I assess each situation with the same logic pathways available to every Omnicron. Even if 1,000 Omnicrons were asked to analyze the same event, they would all return to the same results, regardless of individual experience. There is no strength to be found in the fraction's reasoning. Well, we see that's not true. Nonetheless, I find your input valuable, recording data alongside interview results. This concludes my investigation into the incomplete elements of the final day's report. I will reanalyze the accumulated information and examine the factors which led to Sir's incomprehensible decision. Blip. Let us return to Farmer Sign.
Well, now we have to.
Yeah, but before we do that,
Hmm?
I'll repair my gear.
Probably a smart idea. Oh, mine is basically good as new, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, hold on. This could use a. Oop. Okay. Wheel. Other way. God damn it.
What have to do with a vehicle? Oh wait, that's not that fast. Sprint. Thank you. Everything's still stable. Yep, everything's still stable. Heals. Heals.
Oh, they're already here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
There you are, right at the last moment. Your journey with Omega was properly educational, I hope. We plan to ask you all about it in the mystery transmission besides, but I'm afraid something urgent has come up. Seems one of our ironwork associates has fouled up a job somewhere, some job elsewhere, and Jesse needs Wedge and me to rush in and lend a hand. There's an Neptune waiting for us out in the harbor. In fact, do you think you could escort us there and we talk as we walk? Flip. Acceptable. I'm fully capable of speech during ambulation.
Ambulation.
I figured you might. Right, let's get a move on then. I like how Omega doesn't care about becoming a weapon again because he knows he's gonna have to fight. Oh. Ultimate Fool music.
Oh dear.
So, you've cleared up all those points of confusion then? Oh god, it's scripted.
Automated?
Yeah. I mistakenly classified your intangible hunt as an ability of some sort. Of some kind, actually, but yeah. An uncanny power that Omnicrons could neither learn nor even measure. Even now, its full nature yet eludes my comprehension. Based upon our investigations, however, I have decided to alter my definition. A phenomenon which influences one's interpretation of reality. That is as close to an answer as I have found.
It's very close.
According to Sir actions upon meeting Meteon, strongly indicating the presence of a heart. Okay, it's no longer scripted. Sir did not follow routine logic, but formulated an independent assessment based upon the reality it perceived. It felt that the best recourse for the Omnicrons was to cease their expansion and terminate all functions. Because they lost their heart, but he still had a heart by doing that. Well, here's our ship. Aye, we need to be going, but first, I'll hold on to your bargain, Omega. I'll hold you to your bargain, Omega. It's time you told us what the transmission, what was in that transmission from the fight logs. Beep, acknowledged. I will uphold the terms of our agreement. The recording salvage from the Ragnarok was a simple one. The message is so basic, in fact, that the time spending listening to it may result in a net loss of value. Shall I continue?
You're
just teasing! Tell us already! Tell us the message already! Acknowledge. Converting dialect coding to local language. Oh, ultimate full music in the background.
Do we not get to hear it?
To whomever received this message out there in the vast reaches of the cosmos. To someone I hope who look up at the stars with the same wistful gaze as mine. To you I say, forge ahead. May all our tomorrows be blessed with joy. That's the message. It was a message of joy. Forge ahead. Of course, Omega thinks it's a waste of time, but he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
This message has no distinct receptions. It lacks purpose. No, it doesn't. The concept of joy is overly abstract. The vocal supplication to manifest said joy is unrealistic in its optimism. Yet, based upon their expressions, my assessment of the transmission's value conflicts with its apparent impact. I still fail to understand you, sir. Your heart still confuses me. Was termination of everything the correct cause? How did you arrive at this conclusion? It defies all my attempts at reasoning. But I was designed to evolve. If I continue to learn, the probability that I eventually comprehend this phenomenon is greater than 0. That's fine. So I put the terms of your decision aside for now. Yeah, he's learning to forge ahead. And continue my existence upon this distant star as I dwell amongst these many life forms. So I will continue to piece together the complete shape of their mortal hearts. I must document their progress. Oh, I know that. I know that ending. To be the witness to it all. Back to Alpha first. Your contributions to my identification is appreciated, Jordan. Indeed, I have amassed a satisfactory quantity of valuable data. Now that our negotiation business is complete, however, Alpha and I will return to traveling the world. Drawing on recent experience, I'm confident we can expand the radius of our ventures by a significant margin. We do not need to limit ourselves to Eorzea. I'm now familiar with Charlene and Ratzat and would like to revisit the freezing climes of Garlem. I neglect to instruct Bix and Wedge to upgrade my climate shielding. I will reroute my request to the Deputy President, Jesse. Engage in ambulance and parting salutations. Farewell, Jordan.
You forgot to ask him about the shielding.
Yeah. Bye.
Alpha gives a vigorous shake and draws forth a scrap of paper from under his wing. What? What? It seems he wants you to have it. Perhaps this is his way of thanking you? Okay.
Oh, to Arcadion. Flow together. Oh, this is how you get flow together. Beep. Swiftly, Alpha. The road is long and we have barely begun our journey. Oh, that's it. Okay.
Okay, so apparently there's one other mission for... Let's see. Let me check. Omega...
Yeah.
See if there's any...
I think that's to unlock the...
Too quiet on the distant sky... Okay, so I assume those are... No. That's it. Okay.
What?
After completing Abyssos, the 8th Circle Savage.
Yeah, so that's to unlock... So we need to finish Savage content at one point to get these quests.
That's...
Yep.
Well, oh boy, we'll be busy with that, I guess.
Yeah, so a lot of... As I said, we kind of need to do all the old content so we can see some of the other content that you probably want to see.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to go through some of the old missions, quests as well, to get to that. Okay. Do you want to call it here, or do you want to do something else?
Let's just call it here. I mean, we had like a 3-hour stream. Yeah, about 3 hours. That's fine. Like 3 hours is fine, right? We can do something bigger next time.
Yeah, we can continue Bojo or finally start Eureka. Cause
yeah, whatever. Or we can play something else. We see. For now, let's that's a bit of a chill stream.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. If you're charged right, please like, subscribe without charges, and thank you all for coming. We will see you next time, where we will probably do more Final Fantasy 14 or other stuff. Stay charged, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.